Hi, it's me, Grandma Abuela, and this is like my third attempt to try to do this video. As you know, I attempted to come up with my 10 items and I forgot to include something to build a fire with. It's actually good that I've done this exercise because I like to go hiking a lot and I have a backpack that's pretty much ready to go and it has a lot of items. Sometime in a video I'll show you the things I keep in my backpack. Well, when I was doing this, I realized that in my backpack that I take hiking, I do not have any way to start a fire. So if for some reason something happened and I had to spend a night out on the mountain, I wouldn't have a way to start a fire. So it's good actually that I had this opportunity to do this because I'm going to put something to start a fire. Now, for my alone survival thing, I don't have a way to start a fire, so I'm going to attempt to start one here at home to see if it's possible. Now, when I was a kid, I read in a book where a couple of the characters, they started a fire by rubbing two sticks together. So I went outside and tried it. I wasn't really patient because I was probably only about 10, 12 years old. I never started a fire. I'm not going to attempt that because I think that there's a better way to do that. I'm going to use a way that one of my sons showed me. I went out and I found a stick, and here's my stick because I've already attempted this once. I've already made the bow, but it was a straight stick like this, only I took all the leaves off and it's bendy and pliable, you can see that. And then what I did was I dug out a notch on this end and another notch on this end. The way I did that was I took my knife and I cut around the bark like about that wide, and then I just took the bark out, kind of trimmed down the wood a little bit, and then I used my paracord, which by the way was really hard to cut. It did not cut easily with this knife, so I think I'm glad that I'm going to be having a Leatherman there because that would have scissors. As you can see, it was not a clean cut when I cut the paracord. Paracord is really, really strong. It has a whole bunch of little strings inside it, and then the green was really hard to cut through, so I had to actually cut through each individual thing to get to cut through this. I finally got it cut off. I cut a length that was about the length of my stick when it was out straight. Then I tied one end here, nice and tight. Then I bowed the stick like this and tied the other end. I put the ties where I had cut out those notches. So now I have a bow. The next thing I did was I have this log. This is cedar. I know that it burns well. You can't really see it in the video, but I've got a spot right here where I've notched it out and I've dug it out. That's so that a stick can fit in there. There's sawdust in there. I also have some dry leaves right here. Got some dry leaves. I've got some bark, which I also know burns really good. This is my, like if I can get some smoke going when I try to do this, I'll have that. And then I have some just smaller pieces of wood here that I can put in to start a fire. So I also went and I found a stick. It's about, I think it's long enough. It's dry. I think I want it to be dry so that it can help with that friction. So maybe I should use this stick. Maybe this will be a little bit better. I don't know. I think I'm going to use this stick. It's a little bit shorter. I'm going to put it here in this notch in my log. And then what I use my bow for is to help me do this. So I put the stick here and then I twist the bow around it like that. So you see I've got the bow on it. And then I put the stick here, and I'm going to hold it with my fingers in the log, and I just use my bow. I need to slide this down a little bit, and my bow will make the stick, in theory, go back and forth. So there we go. So I'm using the bow to spin my stick. It is spinning. Oops. It is spinning. I've got to have it spinning a lot faster than it is. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch this forever while I attempt to spin this stick and start a fire. I'm not going to do that because I personally think that's going to be a kind of boring video if you're watching me trying to spin a stick to start a fire. I think it'll get tiring for you. Definitely tiring for me. Oh man, I am feeling friction here and I just broke my bow. That's okay. I can still make this go. Or not. Okay, that's not going to work. I now know I need something there. I'm going to try it like this. Just using my hands like this to rub it up and down. It's getting hot where my hands are. And just for fun, I'm going to see if it's getting hot where that is. And it actually is getting a little bit warm. So I'm going to continue to do this. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to make you watch me trying to start a fire because I don't know how that's going to go. I am going to just keep persevering out here, trying to start a fire here in the backyard. If it starts, that's great. I will have a video of me showing you the fire that I made in the backyard using friction, and then we'll know I don't have to put any sort of fire starter on my list of 10 things because I can start a fire. If that does not work, then I'll have a video telling you about my failed attempt. Either way, wish me luck. I am afraid that I'm going to have to cut out the towel if I can't do this, and I don't want to cut out my towel because I feel like I need at least one thing there for comfort besides my fingernail clippers to keep my fingernails short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt this. If this doesn't work, I may try building another bow and trying that again. I'm going to give it a few tries to see if I can build a fire, and my next video will tell you whether or not I was successful. It'll either be me telling you that I failed, or it will be me telling you that, yes, I built a fire. And I'm definitely making a deeper hole in that notch in the log, so hopefully I can build a fire. Stay tuned and check back to find out whether or not it's possible for Grandma Abuela to build a fire with a stick. Bye!